The following story was told before a live audience at Covenant Fellowship Church of South Holland on May 10, 2025. It was part of a 3-part storytelling event highlighting God's faithfulness in the lives of 3 people. Psalm 66, verse 16 says, "Come and hear, all you who fear God, and I will tell what he has done for my soul." Today, you've tuned into the story of Lorna Wade. As a warning, there are some graphic elements as part of Lorna's story, recounting both sexual and physical abuse. Thank you for listening. All right, our final storyteller of the evening. Let's officially welcome Lorna Wade. Lorna, thank you for agreeing to share your story with us tonight.
Yeah.
I have had the privilege of knowing Lorna for a few years, and I have heard different chapters of her story throughout these years. And it was, we spent with Nancy helping us, it took us a couple of hours to even figure out which story we wanted to tell this evening. You have so many stories in your life. So this is going to feel like you're drinking from a fire hose of background, but I'm going to give you just a little bit, and then Lorna's going to bring us into the story. So, by background, Lorna, the Lord has put someone in your life at every turn.
Amen. Yeah.
To deliver you, to help you. We're going to go to the 2004, 2005. You are living in Belize, where you're from.
Yeah.
You have, I believe, 4 boys at this time.
Yeah.
Yep. The man that you were living with was being abusive.
Yeah.
In pretty much every way we can imagine. And you were fleeing that relationship with your 4 boys, and not knowing really where to go, you find yourself at a government office. Can I turn the story over to you from there?
Okay. As what Judge says, there's a lot of story about my life. In every area of my life, God was present. I know that me and Josh discussed that we was going to do this part, but just to brush up of what I'm saying, what I'm going to say, that you guys could get a little hint of it. I was one of 14 children that my mom had. I was the 8th child. And out of the 14 children, my mom chose to give me away. And I won't go into details because we'll be here like tomorrow afternoon or probably night. But just to highlight, I was one that was gave away out of the 14 children, and a lot have taken away from me by she decided to give me away to my aunt and his and her husband, which we call him uncle, which he wasn't our immediate uncle just by marriage, you know. And I've been through a lot in their house, and that makes me what people think about me. There's a lot of regrets in my life. As well, I say, if I sit down and talk to you guys will probably ask me, why aren't you dead yet? But as well, I explained in the beginning, God was there every step of the way. My life is nothing without God, because He's the person that have me here right now. As what I explained to you, I was given away. In our country, in Belize, we have a saying that we don't even give away dog. But to me, I was a dog because they gave me away. And I've been through a lot. I never know what it is to graduate from pre-kindergarten, nothing. I never get the chance to get one education. I have a lot of regrets, like especially when I see mother, daughter, and child. I wish I wish I have a mom. I wish I have a dad. My mom was there, but she was mostly sick. My dad was a sperm donor. I don't know what it is to have a family, to go and know that I could hug on my dad or hug on my mom. The street was my family. And because of what happens to me with my uncle and aunt, and they paint a picture that I am less than a person. The street was as what I said, the street was my family. I make some bad decisions, and some bad decisions happens to me, but as what I said, God was there every step of the way. Sometimes I question him, I ask God, why me? But he promised that he never leave me nor forsake me. 2 to 3 different times I tried to take my own life, but that wasn't God's plan, you know. And as I explained to you guys, me and Josh, we decided that we're gonna talk when I was with Eston dad, but I just highlight you guys of what happens to me as a young girl that determined of who I am today. And I was cheated out of an education. I was cheated out of having a family. I have a mom and a dad. I was cheated out of having an education. That's why I say I never get the chance to go to school. I don't know how it feels to graduate. Whenever I will go to my children's graduation, I will cry, not because I have mixed feeling. I wanted to graduate. I want to feel that excitement, but I'm happy for my babies who graduate, you know. But the thing is, okay. The thing is, why I decided to share my story, because I wouldn't wish my life and not even my worst enemy. Because many days I get up and I say, why my mom never give one of the other kids, then why choose me? The reason, my mom was sick, and she didn't have nobody by her side. She was 40, I could remember, 40 years old, and already have 14 kids. 14. And we didn't have much to eat. We didn't have clothes to wear. It was like hand-me-down. Our neighbors would say, see if this could fit the girls, or see if this, people that would come and just give us things. And so my mom, she decided to give me to my aunt. My aunt usually come around because they own a house on the island. My uncle fishing, so people will buy their stuff, so he will get money and things like that. So they will, when they do come to Belize, they will help my mom with food or whatever they could help. So my mom see them as a glory or a provider or something. So my mom see them as somebody would come and help her, but they see my mom, they see an opportunity to get me, get one of us, but they choose me. And I didn't want to leave my mom. I didn't want to go, but we have to obey, because in our country, it's whopping. You get lashing, the teacher could lash you, the neighbor could lash you, the village raise we. Yeah,
So, Lord, when you went to your aunt and uncles, you were there, and just to get us to the story we're going to tell tonight, that was really a terrible experience.
Yeah.
That you had at your aunt and uncles.
Yeah.
And to the point where, and you were slandered, you were lied about, you developed a reputation as someone that you really weren't, because all of these situations were kind of put on you. And so thank you for providing that background. As you're with as you described him, Eston's dad. Some of us are familiar with Eston. Eston's father, he was abusive towards you,
Yeah.
and you left. Can you take the story from there?
Okay.
At that point?
At the age of 17, going on 18, I already have 3 kids already, by different guys, by different, cause people, what happens to me, they put a reputation on me, saying that I am this terrible person. So I begin to act out what people think about me. I look for love in wrong places. When they promise me love, that just to give me a baby and run. So babies keep on building on babies with different dads, you know. And um, I had, at meeting a son that I have already, Eric, Justin, and Tyrone, my 3 boys. And I was a mother and father to them. I have to do wear jobs, whatever, so that my babies can go eat. And that was my family right there, my children and my 3 boys. And then with Justin's father, I had to leave because he was abusive. He keep on using drugs. He steal the baby's milk, go sell the milk. He's stealing clothes, and I had to left him. And part of the story is that if I may have a strong family background, I wouldn't be in all those mess that I get myself caught up in. But I was looking for a family. I was looking for somebody to say that that's my family, you know. And so when these guys come around, they promise me family, they promise me a home. So when it comes to my baby's name, I shut up what I feel, what I need, and I base on what I could do for my boys' name. So by go live with somebody, just that my babies they have one shelter, or have one home, or have one safe place. That's why I say, why I've been through, I don't wish it upon my worst enemy. So to make my babies they have one home, I went and I lived with Eston's dad. And Eston's dad he was a good provider. He takes care of my boys, but he was jealous at the time that if we even go on the street, I gotta walk with my head down. I can't eye contact with nobody because he will go and he will fight with me that I was looking at another guy or something like that, something stupid. I would get probably a bruised eye. I would get stabbed. I would get a whole lot of stuff. So I have to be obedient by just walk with my head down, you know. That's why I see myself at that time I was less than a person. And I keep on believe that until God put different people in my life, you know. I believe that I believe what they think about me, what they say about me. I act out what people think about me. And I get that label that I am this person and I'm that person. So for make I could continue live, I live that life of being whatever the street calls me, you know. And I meet Eston's father. It was me, Eric, Justin, and Tyrone, my 3 boys. And he promised that. Then at that time, I made to stay with a girl, but she was insecure. She said that her husband is looking at me, and so I gotta go. So I take the street again with my boys. Then it's not myself, it's me and my boys, you know. And I met Eston, and he said that he have a house and it is a home for me and my boys. So I take up I take it up. I gonna live with him, but it's like living with my. It was the worst nightmare of my life. It was the worst thing I have. A lot of bad things happened to me, but this was something that I walk in, like I walk right into the devil's trap.
Yeah.
Yeah, and living there with him, um, I can't go work. None of my so-called family can come over. I hunger for my family. I needed my family at that time, but nobody, nobody was there for me, and
And to help you tell the story along, it got so bad that eventually you left. You had
yeah,
Heston
because
eventually, who some of us know, and you just left with your family.
yeah. Additionally, he gave me 3 more boys. I had 3, and I get pregnant with 3 more boys for him. And the oldest one was Shane, and his son Junior,
Yeah.
and then I have a baby by the name of Jerry. He came in. He always drink. He do drugs. He came in drunk one night and he take the baby. The baby was like 3 months old, and he put the baby on his chest, and he fell asleep, roll on the baby, mash the baby, kill the baby, and threatened me if I tell the police that he was the one that killed the baby, he was going to kill me. And he's tried several times of killing me. And so I was hurt losing my baby, but also scared for my life because I think about my other boys, and I tell the police that my breast stifle the, stifle the baby. Because when I wake up my baby, blood they come from nose and it blue, not moving or nothing. So when the police they come, and that's a story that I said to them. I lied to them because I didn't want him to hurt me anymore. Cause I live in fear. I live in fear that every Friday, Thursday, it starts from Thursday, my body would shake because I know he'll go Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and whenever he goes and come back, he will try to fight with me. He will, there's a lot of mess about it, yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of mess.
So you make the choice to leave.
Yeah,
Go to
no,
this.
he,
You went with your boys to this government
yes,
building,
yes,
and praise God, the Lord put the prime minister of the country of Belize,
yeah.
who you had known previously because you had
I
done.
campaign for him.
Sure.
That's why I say I do anything to make a buck,
Yeah.
anything to make a dollar to put food in my boys' name. And I do street captain with the then used to be prime minister.
Yeah.
I will go to houses and I will ask for votes for him, and I will get a little money, and God let me find favor with him, in a sense that he could rely upon me, and I would, every so often they will give a little pantry. I'm the person that packed that pantry, so my babies they have food.
Yes.
So this is like a blessing for me. So I really depend upon him.
Yes.
But and
So as you're fleeing Eston's father, you encounter this
Eston,
man
it
again.
was like I was with him like 15 years,
Yeah.
and out of that 15 years is like 12 years of abuse. The only thing I know is it's like it become norm.
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, fight, everything want broke up, everything I won't have to end up in the hospital. The police they want come. 'Cause in Belize there's not good justice for women. They will come and probably pick him up, and next morning he's out smiling in my face or something like that. So I didn't had no support in that. So I decided that even that better than living with him. So I pick up my boys and I go, and I don't know where I was going. I didn't know where I will live with my boys there, and I just said that better than living with him. So I leave, and there was a government building that people like family court, or the post office was right behind, underneath. And then in my country, it's not like over here, where if you're a mental challenged person, they just leave you on the street, you vandalize, you hurt people. they don't care. And that was that building that those people were staying. And then I got my babies, I got my boys, them. And, but I didn't think about that. I just got to get out. I was tired of the abuse. I was tired of pretending because if this guy do touch me, I feel like I was so dirty because there wasn't no more love there, you know. So I get out and I went under the building. I get me, then they have some cardboard boxes, and I mash the box together and I make a bed for my boys there. And I stayed up like 2 nights watching them. I didn't sleep, but I make sure that my boys didn't sleep, you know. And somebody went to the prime minister's office and say, how comes Lorna always they work for you, they campaign for you, and Lorna they sleep on the Apostle building? Because that was the name. So he said, I didn't know that. He said, I didn't know that. Well, that's why I explained to you, I never have a family because nobody never care about me. They don't care about me and my boys then because, well, I don't know. Well, I don't know what was the feeling. I was yearning for my family. I would do anything for them just to get their attention, but they didn't care about me and my boys.
So what did this prime minister do for you?
Okay, he come, when he come to the Pastor building, he saw me rolling up the carton, because if I don't get the box, somebody else will get it. Then I don't have nothing to put my boys in for sleep. So he saw me rolling up the box. He said, Lorna, why didn't you come to me? Well, I said, you're busy, and sometimes it's hard to go and see the minister. So I didn't went to him. And he said, so how long were you here? I said, this will be my 3rd night. He said, no, this won't be your 3rd night. He said, right now I can't do much for you. He said, but I have a building. It's an abandoned building. If you could clean it, you could stay in it. And when I went there, the building was terrible. You have a lot of feces, a lot of rat, big rat. And you have like 2 dogs died in the building. And I said, the building better than being out there on the street that my boys and my babies could get hurt and different things. And so I went and I cleaned the building. I didn't much that I could have done. I was tired. I didn't sleep because I have to be up looking at my boys. So I fight with all the strength where God have in me. Right. I clean the building, and some neighbors, I tell you God is good. Some neighbors come over and give me disinfectant, and oh, we have this bed, you could have it. Oh, we have this sheet, if you could use it, you could have it. God always put people in my midst, and they help me. And the then Prime Minister Belize, he put in the electricity for me, he put in the water for me, and he give me a amount of food for the boys, them, you know. And me and my children, they lived there for a while. He didn't know where I was. He didn't know where I was, and he find out where I was. And when he find out where I was, he come to the house. He come to the house, and he says, you don't have to come back with me, but I want my kids, them. That was Eston, Shane, and the other boys, they are my boys. It was five of us. And he said, I want my 2 boys. He said, you could continue be a BIT, whatever. Yep. Continue sell my body, whatever. That's the way he labeled me as, well, you know. He said, but just give me my boys, them. And I tell her, I say, because this is what we grew up with and what I've been through. I ain't going to give away my kids because it hurt me that my mom gave me away.
And not to a man like that.
I won't give away my kids. So I say, no, I won't give you my kids like that. And he said, he left. He left, and when he came back, he I closed the door, but remember it's an abandoned building. The windows are not working properly, and he shake the window, and he came in the house. And when he came in the house, he says, the house, it has a porch at the front and 2 bedroom, and then at the back where I let the boys them sleep and everything. So he said, let's go at the back with me. And I said, no, I don't want to go up back there with you. And when he stands up, I know that I see that he has a knife stick in his side. So I tell him I won't go at the back, just leave. I said, you put me out, just leave me alone, let me live my life like that. And he said, nobody leave me and live. That's the word that I remember. Nobody leave me and live. And he started to pull on me and Eric, Justin, and Tyrone. They asked him, he said, please leave mommy alone. Leave mommy alone. And he says, you won't have a mommy anymore. And they were crying. And that's when I feel a lash in my head. And I passed out. That's the first time I passed out. And he continued whack me with this 2x4. And I keep slipping in and out like unconsciousness. And when he continued whack me, my nephew come. And my nephew run up the house. But then it was too late. I was like unconscious and everything. But as well as I keep coming in and out of coma, out of unconsciousness. And when I look, I see Eston. The baby were asleep. Eric and Tyrone and Justin crying over me. And they were crying and they were saying, why you kill mommy? Because I was hearing them, but I can't respond to them. He said, why you do this to mommy like that? He said, I want to take care of Uno, don't worry about nothing. He said, I have Uno. He said, don't worry about her, I have Uno, like that. And I could record that while they were over me crying, and while I was on the ground unconscious, he was taking off my clothes and he raped me right in front of my boys them. He have his way, and after that I don't remember nothing more, but I just remember that the police says just wrap me in a blanket and take me down, take my body, because they believe that I was already dead. So they said to make them take my body down, and that's what I remember until I went in the hospital. When I get consciousness, I was in a coma for like a month, and then I came out, and then I slipped right back in coma for like probably a month and a half, and then the prime minister again, he comes, because the doctors tell my family that it doesn't make no sense. They don't have no money, and I'm just on this machine. I was like just living off the machine. I was using the machine to breathe. And so they said to my family, let me go home and just watch me for an hour, because I have like 1 hour to die. And so they say, make it spend with the children until I passed away. Yeah. And the then prime minister come. That's God again. God sent him. Yeah. And he said to the doctor, he said, no, do whatever you can for Miss Wade. I'll pay the bill. And they said that we can't do nothing more for her. Sure. My head was open because he split my head open. My head was open.
The scar you
right here.
Yes.
That's when he split my head open. And he says, well, if you guys can't do nothing, what else we can do? So we have a close relationship with Merida. That's in Mexico. Mm-hmm. And the doctor, because Belize rely upon those Cuban doctors, and the only thing when they do, look at you, write prescription, and send you home. They wasn't good doctors, so one of the doctors said we could try Merida. So my sister, well, some of them were in regrets. If we would have been there for Lorna, she wouldn't have been them almost dead. Yeah. So some of them were, fake tears. and they said, we don't have any money. So he says, I said, whatever it takes, take care of her. Like that, because I was loyal to him.
And so you went to Merida, which is in Mexico, not too far from Belize. And what happened there?
And the doctor, they were telling my sister, 'cause one of my sisters, she went with me, and they told her that I have a slim chance. He said, and they don't know what to do like that. And so my sister called the same prime minister again, and he said to the doctor, whatever it costs, take care of her. And I know it wasn't him, it was God, because God is the reason I'm here. And so when the doctor attend to me, when they attend to me, the doctor said to my sister, he said, just relax. He said, she's stable, like that. She's stable. So she decided that since I'm stable, she's going out to have something to eat. And she left. And when she left, when she came back, the doctor said to her, her last name was Perez. She said, the doctor said to her, sorry, Miss Perez, Miss Wade passed away. And
you can hear all of this.
I could hear. I was in a coma, but when you're in a coma, you could hear, but you can't respond. Your whole body stiff, you can't move, but you could hear. I believe that's the last thing that leave you. I hear everything what they were saying, but I can't respond. And so I hear my sister, she was crying, and she said, Lorna, why you did this to us? She said, what am I going to say to your children like that? How will I go to them and tell them that you're dead like that? And she the fuss, and she the cry, and I the cry, because I the try tell she, Rosita, I'm not dead, I the hear you, but I was in this coma, I can't move. I was crying. I said, Rosita, please, I'm not dead, Rosita, I hear you. And she was, how will I tell your kids? How and while she was crying, I was crying, telling her that I wasn't dead. My tears was falling. So she looked at me and she looked at the doctor. I said, how comes my sister dead but it cry? How comes you guys said that she's dead but she's crying? Look, there's tears falling. And the doctor said, oh, it's after tears. He said, well, I can't pronounce the word, but he said something in my eyes, and it's after tears or something like that. My sister said, can you please check my sister one more time? Please, can you guys please check her, because I can't understand somebody dead and they cry. Like that, she said to them. And then there was two Hispanic doctor and a black doctor like myself, my color. He comes over to the bed, and he look at me, and he look at my sister, and he thought something here for me. I don't know what he take his hands, and I could feel, but I can't respond because I was in this coma. And he squeezed something here, and then he take my hand, and he tapped, and he realized my finger jumped. He knows that was God again. He tapped my hand, and my finger jumped, and he looks at the two Hispanic doctor, and he says, she's not dead. Yeah. And he takes something, and he slit me. I could feel when he slit me, and he take a tube, and he push it in where he slit me, and he takes two steel thing, and he rubbed them together. Yep. I could see him rubbing them together, and he pressed it on me. I felt electric from the tip of my hair to the end of my toe. And he did that 3 times. Yeah. 3 times, and then the machine went dip, dip, dip. I could hear. I tell you, if I wasn't dead then, I dead when that machine shocked my heart. Sure. I dead. I died then. Yeah. And then they begin to tend to me, and it was like a bazaar in my room. Yeah. Because so many doctors come because they can't believe that this girl was dead. Yes. But now she's here. But it's all about God, I just want my life to me, what happens to me by the age of 9 years old to what happens to me, um, it wasn't a bed of roses. It wasn't a good life, but I'm grateful that God let me be in here right now. That's right. Because I am blessed with my boys now. I am blessed with my grandchildren. And I finally blessed with a family that I was longing for. You guys have me like a family, and I'm grateful. I met my beautiful friend. She's not only a friend, she's my sister, Pamela. I will always treasure her, even though sometimes she will fuss at me because she say, you could do it, but I appreciate her fussing at me because somebody finally care about me. Amen. Somebody finally did it, and I know that I worth something, because all my life I feel like I was nothing. This guy that another part of my life, when I was young, when I was given away, he takes away a lot from me, and he put me as a name that I was nothing. I see myself as nothing, but now I look forward for my life. First, I didn't care. I cut my wrist. I tried to kill myself. I tried to hang myself, because even that live better than living the life that I live. And I promise I won't cry, because I cry a lot, but so God be the glory. And if my story could change one person, and that's the reason why I'm here today.
Lorna, thank you so much for your story. Our church is so blessed to have you.
I am blessed because you guys.
And you have so much worth to us.
Yeah, you guys.
You need to hear that. You have so much worth to Covenant Fellowship Church, to every person in this room and in our church body. Can we thank Lorna one more time for her story tonight? Thank you, sister.